Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review and a fuzzy head today. Yeah, I had 5 beers last night and they were all pretty strong. Actually, 4 beers and 1 cider. Yeah, wow, epic. Right, we're doing another one from the Northern Ireland Beer 52 box, but there is absolutely nothing in this magazine about the beer or the brewery. It's not even on the map that they provide. So I guess it was a last minute addition. Who knows? Right, it is by Tilton Pour, established in 2013. So 10-year-old brewery. So it's not that old brewery. And it says Tilton Pour presents Simcoe Hopfenlager, single hopped lager. And hop lagers, I remember hop ciders was a thing at one point. But yeah, not for ages and ages. Let's see what this says. Oops. Introducing our Simcoe dry hop lager, a seamless blend of a classic lager finesse and the vibrant essence of Simcoe hops. Immerse yourself in crisp refreshment where malt sweetness meets citrus and pine notes. Pine. Tilton Pour. Yeah, I guess that's quite cool when you're talking about a can. And here we go. We've got barley. We got wheat in there, but no oats. Brewed in the EU. So another one of these weird beers that doesn't exist. So are they purely, yeah, are they a cuckoo brewer or contract brewing or whatever? The last one that I had, Lacarda, was it Lacarda? No, was it Bullhouse? Can't remember. Anyway, one of the previous ones didn't seem to have a brewery presence. And one of my dear viewers actually worked it out. So if anyone knows, especially if you're from Northern Ireland, where Tilton Pour are, I very much doubt whether this was brewed where they are, put it that way. It says brewed in the EU. God only knows where that is. I wish they were a bit more transparent as to where things were brewed. They used to say, and they sometimes still do, brewed at Fierce Brew, for example. They do quite a lot of contract brewing. What's the one down by me? SEB Brewing. But they don't. It just says brewed in the EU. So it could be like the EU's pretty big, dude. But anyway, who knows? Who knows? Oh, let's get this bad boy. Whoa. Open. Quite lively. Wow. But no explosion. So that is always good. Get this. Let's tilt it and pour it. Got the old tulip, or perhaps it's a thistle-shaped glass. Wow, that's pouring very clear. Let's hope we don't get a load of sediment right at the end, which we haven't. This is looking proper. But then it is supposed to be a lager, isn't it? So it's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done. Tilt and pour. Try that way. No, that's sort of. Yeah, we'll do that. It's hanging on by grim death. And we'll do one of those for a change. Hang on, if I turn it round that way. It does say tilt and pour, but that's pretty mad. Anyway, you had a nice QR code thing in there. If you want to rewind the video and click on that, that's absolutely cool. Right, for the first time in absolutely ages, that is a really nicely clear, bright looking beer. We're getting a bit of kind of chill frost condensation on the outside of the glass, but that is properly. You see my beard through there. Oh, ho, ho. Very nice. Yeah, nice clean beer. Straw coloured. The head has kind of fast disappeared. It's more or less a fingernail's head. We shall see if the wheat, actually it's got wheat in it, so getting it really crisp like this, done really well. I like that tilt and pour. Is that general Simcoe kind of citrus juiciness? I don't know about pine, definitely not getting that on the nose. If anything, I'm getting a little bit of a kind of yeasty thing going on. Yeah, very strange. Anyway, let us see what we get. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Subscribe, click like, all that nonsense does help me out. Cheers and beers. Oh, wow, that is actually pretty good. Did I tell you how strong it is? 4.2 says at the bottom. Maybe I did say. I don't remember saying, but never mind. 4.2% on the ABV. That is really nice. It's got a crisp kind of bite to start, possibly from the hops. The hops kind of dominate a little bit, but then because of I think this has got Pilsner malts, and obviously it's got the wheat malt as well. Yeah, it gives it a little bit of kind of creaminess isn't the word. It's, you know, when you have like a Bohemian lager, well, a Pilsner obviously, but a Bohemian Pilsner, it's got that kind of little bit of cream at the end. Yeah, it's like that, but very subtle, very subtle. This is a lager beer. We even have a really nice, clean, crisp line of the head, which is always a good thing for me. Let's see if we can delve into these hops, because I'm just getting generic kind of hoppage. And it's not too juicy either, which is nice. Let's dive in for more. So a nice crisp bite. Maybe that's where the pine is, right on the bite. Personally, I wouldn't necessarily call it pine. It's just generic hop. But I know what they mean. Because it's a lager, you need a little bit of crispness up front. And that's what that's doing. It's interesting because I did say it's not it's not a full-on juicy beer, but it does kind of clean the palate, which is nice. Yeah, but it's not the normal kind of Simcoe. Some people go insane with Simcoe and make it that juicy kind of lassie sort of thing. But it's quite mild. So it's dry hopped, isn't it? It's not in the boil, I don't think. Does it say? It just says single hopped. Um, hmm, I wonder where they've placed the hops. Interesting. And is it just Simcoe? It says single hop, so I imagine it's only Simcoe. So they put it in the boil, and then maybe they've dry hopped it a little bit. Um, ah, who knows? It's interesting having a lager done with predominantly IPA style hops. Makes things, yeah, makes things different. Another, that top line is still there in the head, and there's another one. Very, very nice. I'm liking that. 4.2 is perfect for what I needed today, because obviously I was in a pretty bad state yesterday, so I apologise about that, dear viewer. Uh, but at the same time, to thine own self be true. So sometimes you just got to go and do with what you feel. That is actually quite a good beer. I'm liking that. I don't usually like lagers that much. They're a bit kind of wishy-washy. There we go. There is the tilt and pour. I wonder why it keeps focusing. There we go. The tilt and pour, an open discussion. Uh, single Hopfenlager. That's why, single hopped lager. Yeah, very, very nice. I'm liking that. There's nothing bad about this beer at all. Is it my favourite beer of all time? No. I like something either hoppier or maltier. I think my best favouriteest of beers are probably the malty bad boys. I like dark beers. I really do. Anyway, thank you for listening to my dulcet tones again. Um, really nice. I'm drinking beers that I would probably never drink, and I do sometimes have a go at Beer 52 for doing weird stuff, and their editorial values are pretty rubbish, to be honest. Although some of the articles are really good. Robin, she's the man. Doesn't make sense, does it? But yeah, probably having a mix box. I've looked into other providers of beers and stuff. Having other mix box where you don't actually know what you're getting. They don't tend to be curated. It's just a random lucky dip. So yeah, I'm currently happy with my beer 52. Um, it does give me stars of beer that I like. And from places that I would never really go to. So it's almost like I'm traveling around the world of beer. That's a good way of putting it. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so you guys can go off and get yourself a beer. This has been Unclejona, drinking beers from around the world so you guys don't have to. And don't worry, because I'll be back with another beer review real soon.